Welcome to A Slice with Dice, a place for honest conversations about the realities of education. I'm Corey Alderdice, Executive Director of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I've spent nearly 2 decades navigating the joys, challenges, and unexpected moments that come with leading schools. Each week, I'll share what works, what doesn't, and everything in between when it comes to igniting the full potential of our communities. I'm excited to share this journey with you, so let's get started. Let's be honest, if we really want to know how our schools are doing, we probably shouldn't just ask the adults. We need to hear from students themselves. After all, they're the ones showing up every day, sitting in the desk, navigating the hallways, and figuring out how to learn, connect, and plan for the future, all in real time. That's why the 2025 report card on U.S. schools, released by the Walton Family Foundation in partnership with Gallup, is refreshing. It flips the script and asks middle and high school students to grade their schools. Literally. From the technology they use in class, to the relationships they have with teachers, to whether they feel ready for what comes after graduation, students were given the mic and asked to weigh in. Now, you can find a link to the full report in the episode's summary. But let's just say the results are cautiously optimistic. This year, students gave U.S. schools an average grade of B. That's slightly up from the B- we saw the past 2 years. And while it's not a sweeping transformation, it is a subtle sign that schools may be heading in a better direction as the pandemic era fades into the background and lessons learned during that period take root, at least in the eyes of the students they serve. Now, one of the biggest shifts this year was how students feel about their individual learning experience. More students said their schools are starting to teach in ways that adapt to their unique learning needs. And that category moved up from a C+ to a B-, definitely a step in the right direction. And when it comes to getting students excited about learning, well, that got a bump too. It's still in that B- range, but considering how difficult it can be to truly ignite all students' curiosity, well, let's also call that a promising development. Now, let's talk about the parts of the school that students seem to appreciate the most. Interestingly, it's the fundamentals, math, reading, and quality teaching that scored some of the highest marks. Students feel like their teachers care. They feel supported in their core subjects. And the relationship between students and teachers continues to be a bright spot, even as so many other parts of the school experience are evolving. But that doesn't mean everything is rosy. In fact, when we zoom out a bit, there's still a clear disconnect between school today and the future that students are preparing for. And that's where the grades drop off. When asked whether their schools are helping them figure out what kind of career they want to pursue or if they're learning skills they'll actually use in the real world, fewer than a quarter of students gave their schools an A. The average grade in that whole future prep section, things like career guidance and post-secondary readiness, lingered at a B-. Now, that's worth paying attention to because while it's good to see schools doing a solid job with core academics, students are asking for something more. They want to see how what they're learning connects to the real world. They want help navigating the big questions. What should I do next? What kind of work do I want to pursue? And how do I get there? And for all the tech that's now infused into education, students don't seem especially impressed. Less than a third gave their school an A when it comes to using technology in exciting or innovative ways. It's a reminder that tech alone doesn't inspire learning. It's how we use it that matters. Students today are digital natives, and they can tell the difference between a worksheet on a screen and a truly interactive learning experience. Okay, so where does that leave us? Now, the 2025 report card doesn't paint a picture of a school system in crisis, nor does it declare total victory. It gives us something more valuable, a snapshot of how students are actually experiencing school in this moment. And while there continue to be areas of growth, there are still places where students are sending a clear message. They want learning that's personal. They want school to feel relevant, and they want to be a part of something that prepares them not just for the next grade, but for the rest of their lives. And you know what? That's not too much to ask. In fact, it might be the most honest report card we've seen all year. A Slice with Dice is a production of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I hope today's reflection sparked some thoughts for your own journey. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Let's keep learning and leading together. Until next time, keep striving for growth and excellence. Thanks for tuning in.